fact that you can see me is a trick of the theater, nothing more. Through untold ages, no one has laid eyes on me, and I mean to keep it that way. For so long as I remain unseen, I can exert my influence over people without their even being aware of it. But, once upon a time, in the city of Vienna, there lived a man who thought he had some special mental sensitivity. A busybody who tried to expose me to the world. This upstart meddler, Sigmund Freud, was so intent on finding me that he employed an army of doctors to peer into man's mind. And then he had the gall to write books about the way I've been controlling people. No one exposes me like that without suffering the consequences. And so I deem his work a declaration of war. I intend to win this war. I intend to win this war and stomp him under my boot like the dog he is, to use him and abuse him and make him do my will. To this end, I have of late planted in his mind the absurd suspicion that his daughter, Anna, is secretly having an intimate liaison with one of his closest associates. At the same time, as if I were Cupid himself, I have caused this associate, Dr. Sandra Ferenczi, to fall hopelessly in love with the girl. Even now, Dr. Freud is outside, looking for his daughter to scold her. That small germ of suspicion I planted will be his ultimate undoing, and I will remain supreme, unseen, and triumphant. Mark my words. It is in my power.
Where in the name of heaven have you been?
Don't start it again!
Didn't I tell you not to leave this house?
I wasn't going anywhere.
Do you expect me to believe that? Were you not planning on meeting one of the members of the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society?
No, certainly not.
As your father, it is my duty to make sure that you are safe.
I don't feel like I'm in any danger.
That's precisely the problem. You don't see the danger in associating with these men. So, I have hired a new live-in maid, a woman who will be here 24 hours a day, taking care of all of your household needs and making sure that no men ever get near you.
That's going too far. You hired a bodyguard for your own daughter.
You could look at it that way, but it's a very wise move if you ask me, with the likes of Sandor Ferenczi prowling about here. This maid is from the elite maid service, the most respected maid service in the city. She comes with impeccable qualifications. I've interviewed her on the phone, and she's going to be here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
I'm not too happy about this.
Someday you'll thank me for looking out for your best interests.
I doubt it.
Well, now that you're here, I want you to help me with one of my experiments.
One of your experiments? You're not still trying to conjure up the unconscious, are you?
Oh yes, and I'm closer than ever to success. Tonight is the night I will finally be able to capture it.
Conjuring up your unconscious can be dangerous.
It's not going to be dangerous, my dear, because as soon as it walks through the door, you're going to grab it around the neck and I'll knock it unconscious with my stick.
You're going to knock the unconscious unconscious? I've never heard of such a thing.
You've never heard of such a thing because I'm the first one to do it. I discovered the unconscious, didn't I? And I'll be the first one to capture it, harness it, observe it, and study it. Bring me the ceremonial shakers, please. Now get ready. As soon as it walks through the door, you're going to grab it around the neck and knock it right out.
What fools? They're gonna try and conjure me up like a spirit, are they? This is not the way to get through to me. But I'm gonna teach them a lesson. Right now, at my request, one of my close colleagues is planting in the recesses of Wilhelm Fliess's mind the irresistible urge to get to the study of his friend Sigmund Freud post-haste. And if I timed it right, and I'm pretty good at these things, he should be walking through that door in just under 60 seconds.
Appear to me, you demon of the subconscious mind! Appear! I command you! And I will strike you down into submission. I will show you that I am your master! I command you in the name of God! Here it is! I've done it at last!
What are you doing?
I'll show you, you demon!
Stop! It's Wilhelm!
Get
What happened?
I'm sorry. Please.
Help him to his feet.
Well, Daddy thought you were the unconscious again.
Are you still trying to contact that thing?
Yes, and if you hadn't walked through the door just now, I think I might have succeeded. My daughter, you're right.
I don't
I'll
know.
get you some ice.
Oh. You knocked me out cold.
Well, no one has ever been able to capture it. I thought you were the unconscious. I'm after a very elusive quarry.
Thank you, dear. Look, I just stopped by to tell you something that I discovered.
Before you get into that, let me tell you about one of my problems. Anna, do you mind?
Good night, Dr. Fleece.
Good night, dear.
I don't know what to do. I can't keep Anna in the house. I try to make her stay, but she's always sneaking out.
Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
Of course I'm doing the right thing. Any father in my situation would do the same thing. Someday, when you have children of your own, you'll understand how important it is to keep a daughter in line. I don't intend to let her date any member of the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society.
Is that who she wants to see?
Yes! It's that eccentric Ferenczi. He's been hounding her day and night. He's the last person in the world I ever wanted to see. No, the man used to be quite sensible. In fact, he was one of my favorite disciples. But recently, he's taken a turn for the worse, and he's pursuing her in the most unconventional manner. I don't understand why a man his age would even want to date my daughter.
He wants to date Anna?
Yes, and for Christ's sake, she's only 16. Just last week, I saw him sneaking out the back window. And a couple of days ago, I saw him disguised as a telephone repairman.
I can't believe you would do something so outrageous.
Well, he's a sick man.
Who's that over there?
Did not tell you what's going on there! You're born from this house! Get out of here!
Again.
What's all the noise out here?
What was Sando Ferenczi doing prowling about here again?
I don't know.
Why do you keep encouraging him?
I wasn't encouraging him. I'm trying to read and I can't do it with all this racket.
I'm sorry, my dear. There won't be any further disturbance.
I can't believe he was crawling through your living room like that.
These men will do anything to get to a girl like that. They're crazy. You're the only one who seems to have his wits about him.
Well, I consider that a real compliment.
I'm having a new patient arriving in a few moments. I've seen her a couple of times. She's a hysteric, a friend of Anna's. Perhaps we could do a joint consultation.
I'll go get my surgical tools.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary. This is just a preliminary.
Oh, well, then before she gets here, let me tell you about my latest discovery. I'm quite excited about it. It's a 2-step procedure to alleviate hysteria.
You don't say. You know, half of Vienna suffers from hysteria. I think I've got a touch of it myself.
Well, lucky for you, I have the cure. I discovered it by accident when performing an operation on a pig. Well, one of those guinea pigs that we bred to manifest the conditions that mimic the hysteric.
By God, this is an exciting development. If this surgery is indeed effective, we can start using it immediately on our patients. What is the procedure? You said it involved 2 steps?
Yes, well, first we give the patient a visual examination, and then we follow up by operating on the nose.
I'm sorry, you operate on the nose.
That's right. A simple procedure to the turbinate bone in the nose, and that cures them.
How do you know that kills them?
It cured the pig.
Listen, Wilhelm, I can't become a laughingstock. If I put the name of Sigmund Freud behind this operation of yours, I have to be sure that it works. How can you assure me that this operation won't do more harm than good?
Well, now that it's been a success on an animal, we're planning to do the procedure on a human being.
Oh, you mean a test case?
Precisely.
Brilliant.
Well, I thought you would like the idea.
Yes, it's very scientific.
Of course.
And that is the proper protocol. Do a test surgery on a live human being first so that you know it's safe.
Naturally.
Who's going to be the first test case?
Well, we intend to do the first procedure on you.
On me?
Yes, you just said you have a touch of hysteria, didn't you?
Right, yes, but this sounds altogether a little too dangerous. I mean, a nose operation, that involves a scalpel.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. It's a simple procedure, and as an ear and throat surgeon, I've done scores of these procedures.
You have?
Yes, of course. On pigs.
Wait a minute. I have a better idea. This new patient of mine is arriving in just a few moments. I can introduce you to her, and perhaps she will agree to undergo the operation instead.
Who is it?
Her name is Emma Eckstein.
I'll go get my tools.
No, she is a beautiful girl. She is like a daughter to me. Do not hurt her. Do you know how bad that would be for psychoanalysis?
I wouldn't dream of hurting her. Look, I'm excited to do this, all right? Look at my hands. They're steady. They're steady, I promise. Look, just keep her here until I get back.
And I have a new patient arriving in a few moments. I want you to keep them entertained until I get back.
Is your new patient a man?
No, actually, a woman. Emma Eckstein.
Emma Eckstein? I went to school with her. Why is she coming for therapy?
Anna, that's none of your business. Just entertain them until I get back again, all right?
I'd love to see Emma again. Hi, Emma. So nice to see you again.
How are you?
I'm surprised you're here to see my father.
I'm actually training to become a therapist myself, and one of the prerequisites is analysis with your dad. I've only had a couple of sessions with him so far, but he says I have hysteria.
He says all women have hysteria. He's always telling me I have it too.
Your father is a brilliant man.
That may be so, but you have no idea how difficult it is being his daughter.
Stop joking.
No, it's so difficult because he's always trying to give me some type of therapy. I had my first ink blot test when I was 7.
I know you're kidding.
No, I'm serious. But what are your sessions with him like?
My sessions with him? They're actually kind of fun. Some ways they're almost like a date. The two of us, alone together, we talk about everything under the sun.
It does sound like fun.
They're even better than a date in some ways. On a date, men usually talk about themselves and hardly let you get a word in edgewise. But in therapy, there's this rule that says the doctor has to listen to you. So when I have therapy with your father, he lets me go on and on about myself. Sometimes the entire hour. It's glorious.
It's probably more fun if the therapist isn't your father. But let me tell you the worst part about being his daughter. Everybody tries to use you to get to him.
Who are you talking about?
Rank, Adler, Young, all the rest of them. It seems like every week there's some new analyst pretending to date me, but as soon as I get into the house, it's where's your father? Introduce me to the great man. I'm sorry, I can't talk with you. I have to talk with Dr. Freud. And I can't help getting my hopes up with these men, even though I know they're not interested in me. It's a sign. I'm desperate. My father keeps me locked up in this house all the time. The only boys I get to meet are members of the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society.
I've heard good things about the society. Maybe you could introduce me to some of these doctors?
There's one in particular who amuses me. My father says he's neurotic, but I plan on going on a date with him just the same. Have you heard of Sandor Ferenczi?
Oh my god, Sandor's twice your age.
That doesn't bother me. At least he'll get me out of the house. Sandy thinks he's in love with me, but really he's in love with love.
Oh, speak of the devil, here he comes now.
Oh, how do I look?
Fine. Who's the cute guy with him?
Oh, that's Dr. Fleece. He's close with my father. They're like
Well,
this.
introduce me to Dr. Felice, would you?
I'd be careful if I were you. From what I hear, Dr. Fleece has some strange ideas. Even stranger than Sandor. You better be careful if my father finds you here.
I'm not afraid of him.
Aren't you gonna introduce me?
Emma, this is Dr. Wilhelm Fleece. Dr. Fleece, Emma Eckstein.
What brings you into the salon of the celebrated Dr. Freud?
I'm here for analysis.
Why should I be afraid of your father?
Because he has a terrible temper.
I already felt his cane strike me today, and yet I'm back for more.
You don't look like you need analysis.
Can you tell just from looking at a girl?
Well, what I mean is that, gosh, what I'm trying to say is that you don't look like a patient.
I don't.
Why are you so reckless?
Because I had to see you.
Well, now that you've seen me, you better leave before my father gets back.
I mean, you don't look like most of the patients that we see in the clinic, or here in the salon, for that matter.
Really, what do most of them look like?
Well, most of them are just obviously deranged or very strange looking. Dr. Freud is treating a man, for instance, who thinks that he's a wolf, but no, you look very, very normal.
Listen, there's something I have to tell you.
Tell me quick.
How charming.
I've developed a new form of therapy. It involves kissing and cuddling. I was hoping I could try it out on you.
Kissing and cuddling therapy? Has anyone ever told you you're out of your mind?
Do you mind telling me what your birthday is?
January 28th. Why are you curious about my astrological sign?
Oh, no, nothing like that. Using your date of birth, I can calculate a biorhythm chart for you.
Oh.
I'm burning up whenever I'm around you. I feel like I'm on fire.
You're the fire, I'm the fuel. We both should jump in a swimming pool.
My mind goes blank. When I'm near you, I can't think of a thing to say.
Actions speak louder than words.
If I did what I was thinking, your father would have me prosecuted.
If you persist in talking me to this way, I'm gonna have to drag you into the next room and give you what you deserve.
You're asking me what I deserve? That would be lovely. What would that be? Isn't there some place we can go and be alone together?
Well, what for? So I can get in real trouble with my father?
Now, this chart shows the ups and downs of your vitality in a 28-day cycle.
It looks like I'm in for some rough days ahead.
Well, maybe Dr. Freud and I could give you a double analysis. I mean, that way you could get better even faster.
Double analysis, that is an interesting concept.
I would love to examine you. I mean that I would love to assist in examining you. Gosh, I don't think that I'm expressing myself correctly here.
When I'm with you, it feels like I'm dreaming.
Well, you better wake up and come to your senses.
Why are you keeping so much distance between us?
Because my father warned me about men like you. He finds you here with me. He'll do something we'll both regret. Oh, wow.
I wrote a poem for you. Would you like to hear it?
Really? I love poetry, especially Shelley and Swinburne. I'd love to hear it on its broken.
She was a girl I met one summer. I like her more than I like my plumber.
That's it?
Oh, it's a haiku.
Can you write another one for me on the spot?
Sure, okay. Let's see.
Everything you say is so delightful. You must have been schooled in the art of conversation.
Oh, what I learned in medical school is of no help to me in social situations.
When I'm with you, I'm ecstatic. Meet me later in the attic.
Oh my gosh, you remember the madhouse. Listen, my father hired a new maid from the elite maid service to protect me from men like you. She's going to start tomorrow night at 8.
I have to see you again. We have to figure out some way to circumvent this maid.
Don't look now, but here comes Daddy. You better leave before he finds you here.
To be continued, my sweet.
This new girl, she's a hysteric.
Oh, yes, of course. That goes without saying.
How'd you go with the doctor?
I don't know what to say.
Oh, what's the matter?
He seemed to be like tongue-tied when he was with me.
Oh, some men get flustered when you make a deep impression on them.
Do you think that explains it?
I diagnosed her before we even met, simply based on a photograph.
I'm not surprised. She's got that look, doesn't she?
She sure does.
Wait a minute. Why are you looking at him like that?
Like what?
Don't tell me.
What are you
Don't
talking
tell me you've
about?
fallen under a spell.
No, nothing of the kind.
I know what a girl looks like when she's infatuated, and you've got it written all over you.
Do I?
That little trembling of the lower lip.
Do I have that?
That almost imperceptible flush underneath the skin.
Do I have that too?
That dizziness when he's in the room, like you've lost your balance because you've had too much to drink.
Oh God, do I have that?
Steady, Emma, you've got it, and you've got it
How
bad.
did this happen? I just met him.
You can't help it, that's just the way these things work.
Would you care to assist me in this consultation?
I would love to assist you. I mean, she looks like a girl in need of my help.
No, you're wrong, Anna. It can't be true. It can't have happened so fast.
Haven't you ever heard of love at first sight?
I'm immune to that sort of thing. I'm an intelligent girl.
This isn't a matter of intelligence, this is a matter of the heart. These things work quite differently.
Perhaps it's good that Anna is talking with them. We could examine the girl in a natural environment with a friend of her own kind. Let's see what kind of manifestations it presents.
I see the hysteric flush
You do, I see that too.
and that telltale trembling of the lower lip.
Very astute observation.
I'd like to talk with her more to confirm the diagnosis, of course, if you permit me to make an examination.
Be my guest.
Oh my gosh, look at the way he's looking at you. I think he's been struck by the same arrow Cupid sent your way.
Don't talk nonsense.
I know what a man looks like when he's infatuated, and he has fallen for
He
you.
just met me.
Look at the way he's eating you up with his eyes.
It can't mean anything.
Emma, Dr. Fleece would like to have a word with you.
He wants to talk with you. I told you he was interested.
Don't leave me alone with him.
Just get him to talk about himself. See if he feels anything.
Okay, how?
Just talk to him and see if he feels anything.
Is that easy?
Yes, of course. You can always tell how a man feels by what he says if you listen carefully.
Anna, stay over here quietly and don't say anything. I want to make sure that Dr. Fleece can make his examination of the girl.
You know there's nothing wrong with her.
You let Dr. Fleece be the judge of that.
You wanted to talk with me, Doctor?
Yes, I want to examine you, Emma.
You do?
Yes, hold still now. Don't move.
Sorry. Ooh, a little dizzy.
Here, hold my hand. Steady yourself. Steady.
Do you always look at girls so closely the first time you meet them?
Only the ones that I'm very interested in.
Are you interested in me already?
Oh, yes.
You make me blush.
Your pulse is fast.
I can't help it.
Look, I want to tell you something.
You do?
Yes, but I don't want the others to hear, so let me whisper in your ear.
Oh, God, you move so fast. I feel like I'm gonna faint.
Can you hear me all right?
No. All I can hear is the pounding of my heart.
Let me get closer.
Ooh, this has never happened to me before.
What are you talking about?
I'm not too experienced in the ways of love.
Look, are you ready for me to tell you how I really feel?
So soon?
It's time that you heard the
I'm
truth.
gonna throw up.
Let me put my arm around you so you don't collapse.
I'm in the air. I can't take a breath.
Look, this is important, all right? So listen carefully.
Trust me, I'm listening.
This is how I really feel, all right? Look, this is important. Listen carefully.
Trust me, I don't want to miss a word.
Look, this is how I really feel now that I've seen you up close. I'm certain that I'm right about
Tell
it.
me, oh my god, tell me!
You need to have a nose operation.
Yes! Oh, I'm in heaven, I'm in heaven! I can't believe you just told me how much you care for... What?
You need to have the terminate bone in your nose removed.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't worry. It's a simple procedure. It takes only 15 minutes, and we can perform the operation right here in the salon.
Operation?
I'll go get my tools.
Has he agreed to the procedure?
What procedure?
Dr. Fleece has developed a revolutionary new technique for the treatment of the hysteric. He's going to operate on Emma.
Operate?
Don't worry. It's a very simple procedure.
Well, she doesn't want it.
No, I don't.
What are you talking about?
She's not interested in surgery, are you, dear?
Anna, let her speak for herself.
Okay, I thought...
Okay, we were under the impression that this was an entirely different type of meeting.
What do you mean?
We thought this was a social get-together.
I did enjoy meeting you, Emma, of course, but it seemed only right to try to kill two birds with one stone and combine work with pleasure. Look, I'm sure I can cure your hysteria with this new procedure.
She needs time to recover from the shock that you've given her.
Anna, let her speak for herself. Come, Wilhelm. Let's leave them. Maybe after some time and some deliberation and a little bit of space, they'll finally come to their senses.
Very well. I'll bring my tools to the car.
Talk to your friend. Make her see the senses.
I'll talk to her.
Good. See that you do.
Okay, I thought he was on the verge of confessing his feelings for me.
He was standing very close to you.
He was holding my hand.
I saw him put his arm around you.
Yes, and he whispered in my ear.
Didn't he say anything sweet?
Anything sweet?
Little endearments? Sweet nothings. Like, oh, honey, you're so nice, or it's so good to be with you.
No, the only thing he said was, you need a nose operation.
You know, my father's the same way. It's because they're doctors. They find it hard to express themselves unless they're using technical jargon. But I'm sure he likes you.
But he says he wants to operate. I refuse to have an operation. That's out of the question.
But you deserve to know how he feels.
Well, how will I ever find out if all he talks about is this nose operation?
What do you think?
I mean, he did seem interested at first. Then he went on about this surgical procedure.
I'll put my mind on the problem. I'll call you tomorrow when I have a plan.
Thanks, Anna.
Are you going to be all right?
Yes, I'm calm down now.
Okay, I'll call you in the morning when I have a plan.
Good night, Anna. And
Good night.
thank you.
Yes. Hello. Elite maid service, yes. This is Sigmund Freud. Yes, about that maid that I ordered for tonight. Yes, we will not be needing her. A friend of the family has unexpectedly stepped forward and offered to fill the position. Yes, that's right. I'm canceling my order, and there is no need to send the maid. Thank you.
I wonder if Sandor really likes me, or is he just using me as a ticket to get to my father in his psychoanalytic group?
Anna!
He's such a hard person to figure out.
Anna, who are you talking to?
But I think he does like me, though.
Anna!
Imagine if he likes me.
Who are you talking to?
No one?
Would you please keep quiet? I'm trying to work on my Wolfman monograph.
Just talking to myself.
Keep it down, will you? Where's this new maid I hired? Maid! Maid!
I can't come in right now.
What do you mean you can't come in? It's past your time.
I'm fixing my hair.
We'll fix it in here, damn it!
I can't. I'm tying my shoes.
We'll tie it in here! chairs where you can tie your shoe in the salon.
I'm just checking my appointment calendar.
Oh, to hell with your appointment calendar! You have an appointment at 8 o'clock and it is now past 8! Get in here, you damn hussy!
I can't. I'm finishing the last chapter of a good book.
Oh, to hell with your book! I have much more interesting and intellectually stimulating books in the salon that you can read while you are working.
I just need a moment. I'm taking an aspirin for a bad headache. I need to take this pill.
No, you don't! You don't need to take aspirin! You need to start work right now! Get in here, now! Now, I say now! Well, it's about time. I want you to see to it that my daughter keeps quiet. I'm working on a major new monograph, and I cannot be disturbed by any noise whatsoever.
I'll see to it, sir.
And see to it as well that she is placed neatly into a nightdress at the end of the night.
Yes, sir. I'll be glad to do it. Thrilled, actually. Put her right into a nightdress.
And if she ever gets out of line, you have my explicit permission to apply corporal punishment.
Corporal punishment?
Yes, corporal punishment. You know how to spank a girl, don't you?
You want me to spank the girl?
Why, certainly, if she gets out of line. And especially if she expresses any interest in men.
I'd be delighted to spank her, sir.
You would?
Yeah,
Would you?
Anything to please you, of course.
Right. Well, get to it! Don't just stand there.
Who are you?
I'm your new maid.
You're a funny-looking maid.
I'm here to serve you, little one. So if my looks amuse you, then I'm doing my job.
Are you really here to serve me?
Yes, that's what your father hired me for.
Well, then talk to me. I have no one to talk to in this house. My father writes all night, and my pet is dumb, so it can't talk back.
I'll talk to you, but we have to keep our voices down. Your father is working on a very important monograph.
Him and his monographs! Do you think Sandor really likes me?
Sandor Ferenzi?
Yes, do you know him?
Yes, I know him very well, indeed.
You do?
Yes, I know him like I know myself, so to speak.
You're not his lover, are you?
No, nothing like that, honey. Heavens, no.
Well, do you think he likes me?
Yes, I think he does.
Well, not just because I'm Anna Freud, Dr. Freud's daughter. Everybody uses me as a ticket to get to my father. I mean, does he like me for me?
Oh, yes, I think he does, miss.
I like him so much.
You do?
If he was here right now, I'd give him a kiss.
I'm sure he'd give you one right back.
I wonder what he's really like.
Well, I can tell you what he's like. He tells me all his thoughts.
He does?
Yes, we're like twins.
What does he say about me?
The first time that he saw you, he fell in love with you. When you sat down at the psychoanalytic meeting next to your father, he felt his heart go boom, boom, boom with infatuation. And ever since then, all he's been able to do is dream about you day and night.
Oh my god, I feel the same way about him.
Then tell him.
I can't. My father keeps me locked up in this house all the time. He'd kill me if he knew I like Sandor.
You can tell him right now.
How? Call him up?
No! He's here.
Where?
Right here, in this room with you.
Where?
Right in front of you.
Where? I don't see him.
Here, Anna, right here, it's me, Sandor Ferenzi. Oh, I disguised myself as a maid and got hired by your father just so I could get close to you. Oh, Anna, I'm crazy about you.
You're crazy is all.
My little Anna, how I've waited for this day to tell you how I
Away
really
from me!
feel.
My father's going to kill me and he sees you here with me!
Slow down so I can be close to you.
No! I don't want to get in trouble!
Oh, I thought you liked me.
I do!
So slow down.
I liked you from the first moment I saw you. You're the first man who likes me for myself, not just to impress my father.
If I wanted to impress your father, do you think I'd be dressed like this?
Oh, you do look funny.
What are you doing Friday night?
Nothing.
Come to dinner with me. We'll go to Anthony's. I'll pick you up at 8 o'clock.
No, I better meet you there. My father says I can't go out with any members of the society.
Why not?
Well, he says... I better not repeat it.
Tell me what he said.
He says they're all sick men, each in their own right. Ruck is obsessed with sex, Adler has an inferiority complex, Jones is a narcissist.
True. What about me?
Oh, no. He didn't mention you.
Well,
Anna!
that's-
Who are you talking to?
Oh, that's him. Oh, you gotta go ahead. Here, let me separate these a little bit. They're not that really still.
Oh, God damn it.
I thought I told you to get it ready for bed!
I'm just going now, Daddy.
What's going on here?
Oh, nothing. Daddy, nothing.
Who are you?
I'm Sandy, your new maid, sir.
I recognize you! Get away! Sandal, what is the meaning of this?
Well, it appears you have found me out, sir. I was doing a monograph on bisexuality and hysteria.
Nonsense. I know why you're here. You thought you could slip past me and get to my daughter, didn't you?
No.
What did I tell you about associating with members of the society?
I didn't know it was him.
He's a sick man. I told you about him, didn't I?
I was only doing research.
Get out of here. You're barred from this house. I told you before.
It was an innocent research project.
Innocent research mine. What were you doing with that man? Didn't I tell you before? His libido is a menace to society. I don't want you associating with him ever again.
I wasn't doing anything with him. You were just talking to me about his monograph about bisexuality.
Well, if he ever tries to talk to you again, I want you to run the other way and tell me about it straight up. Didn't I tell you about this man? He's a sick man. He needs to be institutionalized. He needs therapy.
No, he doesn't. He's perfectly normal.
Anna, don't you understand? That's the nature of the insane. People look perfectly normal on the outside, but are twisted and crippled on the inside. Don't ever let me catch you with them again.
Yes, Papa.
I'm worried about Dr. Freud. Have you noticed a recent change in his behavior?
What are you talking about?
Well, he's become very controlling towards his daughter, Anna. He's restricted her to the house to prevent her from meeting any members of the opposite sex.
That is rather extreme, but I wouldn't worry about it. Anna's a teenager, and she's just expressing her natural interest in boys. Eventually, Dr. Freud will have to realize that he can't control her.
I wonder if you're right.
Do you realize that he told her not to read my books?
Well, you have to admit your work is rather extreme.
I don't admit anything of the kind. I write about natural human impulses. By the way, my new book was just published, and I'm going over to my agent's office to pick up some copies of it. Do you want to come with me? And I can give you a copy to read.
Sure. What's the title?
I'll let that be a surprise. Come on.
What are you reading?
Nothing.
Nothing. Ah! The sexual life of savages!
I'd like to read some of Wright's works too. I think they're interesting.
No, this is absolute smut! Books like these will corrupt your mind!
Well, if I'm going to be a therapist, shouldn't I know what they say?
I'll give you a summary of Wright's so-called works when you're older. But now that you're speaking of books, I'm working on a major new manuscript, and perhaps I can include a chapter of you and your hysteria in it.
I don't think I have hysteria.
Anna, certainly you do. All women do.
Mom didn't.
Don't you mention her ever again. The very thought of her not being here is enough to fill a void. It breaks me.
Well, maybe you should go on another date. It's been 4 years.
No, Anna, I don't have time for other women. I'm working on a major new monograph. This one is about a man who thinks he's a wolf. I call it the Wolfman Complex.
Oh, he sounds interesting. I'd like to meet him.
No. Are you insane? All my patients are very sick people. You're not to associate with any of them. All you have, my dear, is just a slight case of hysteria. But not to worry. I've developed a revolutionary new therapy, and I would like you to try it. Now, please sit.
Is it not unethical to analyze your own daughter?
Where did you get that quaint notion?
All the theoretical literature says that it's counterproductive to give someone in your immediate family psychoanalytic treatment.
Yes, of course. All the theoretical literature. And who wrote most of that literature?
Respected psychiatrists.
Yes, respected psychiatrists. In fact, most of it was written by me, and I can take exception to it whenever I wish. Now, please sit down.
Do I have to?
Yes, Anna. It's a new form of therapy. So, Anna, this is a simple process. This is something I like to call free association. I'm going to say a word, and you're going to say the first word that pops into your mind. Do you understand? Hot.
Cold.
Night.
Night watchman.
Night watchman.
Yes, Papa, that's the first thing that popped into my head.
Let's keep going. Milk.
Milkman.
Door.
Doorman.
Fire.
Fireman.
There seems to be a recurring theme here going, young lady. Everything is man, 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 men, men, men. Why are you so interested in men all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Get these men out of your mind, damn it.
I can't.
You're not allowed to associate with any members of the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society. Do you understand
I
me?
think they're smart.
No. They're all far too old for you, young lady. I don't want to hear another word about this. Now, please, it's time for the Wolfman. My notes.
Dude, what happened last night? I heard there was some big blow up here.
News travels fast in this town. Sandy came into my bedroom disguised as a maid. I had no clue it was him until he told me who he
Are
was.
you serious?
He told me he loves me and he won't let anything stop him from seeing me. But then my father discovered him and kicked him out.
Oh, still, you're lucky. I wish I had someone as crazy about me as Dr. Frenzy is about you.
I think Dr. Fleece is crazy about you, and now I think we can figure out how. Okay, I got the idea last night when I thought about what Sandy was doing. What you have to do is disguise yourself as a man.
What?
If you dress up as a man, you'll be amazed at how much people will open up to you, especially Dr. Fleece.
I can't do something like that.
No, listen, Emma, I live here. Every Wednesday, the society meets in my living room, and they talk about their love lives. My father tells them more than he tells his own family. Disguise yourself as one of these men, and you'll be amazed at how much he'll open up to you.
He'll see right through me. I don't know how to talk like a doctor.
Oh, it's easy. Whatever he says, just agree with him. If he uses technical jargon, just say you agree 100% with it.
I don't know.
Come on. My father has a meeting, so you'll have a chance to talk with Dr. Fleece alone.
Okay, who should I say I am?
Okay, let me think for a minute. Call yourself Dr. Watcher.
Dr. Watcher? Isn't that a little obvious?
Oh,
Because
no.
I'm watching him to find out what he really thinks about me.
He'll never make the connection. Come on, we could use some of my brother's clothes.
Oh, I'm really nervous about
Oh,
this.
don't worry, I'll make sure you look convincing.
I do. I like this. It looks nice. It is a wonderful color for you. I think I like it. It looks nice. Well, bonjour then.
Are you one of my father's new patients?
Well, actually, I've come for my analytical training. You must be Anna Freud.
Yes, and this is my friend Emma Eckstein.
My name is Marie Bonaparte.
Now, Princess Marie Bonaparte.
How remarkable that you know me.
My father was telling me about you. You're part of the French royal family.
Oh, technically, this is correct, but you can just call me Marie.
I'm pretty excited. I'm meeting one of the French royalty.
Please don't make a fuss. It'll just make me so conscious.
Sure, but tell us what Paris is really like.
Well, haven't you been there?
No, we haven't.
But we heard they dress in the latest fashion.
Well, of course, this is so. Are you girls interested in fashion too?
Yes, and we'd love to know what they're wearing in Paris.
Well, I have a surprise for you then. I brought some Parisian dresses with me as gifts.
Are you serious?
Yes, you'll love them. But tell me, has your father admitted any women to the Psychoanalytic Society?
No, so far it's just men.
Then you know what we'll do. We'll wear our dresses to the next meeting to show our solidarity.
This will be fun.
Here comes your father now.
Will you show Maureen to the waiting room? I'll call you when he's ready.
Will you follow me, please?
Of course. It was a pleasure to meet you.
And you as well.
Oh,
I have a new patient arriving at any moment.
Oh, she's already here. She's in the waiting room.
Oh, she is?
Yes, and she is a beautiful girl, Daddy. She has legs up to her neck and like a really tiny waist and big boobs and the perfect body. And I really wish I looked like her, but I'm also really attracted to her. And it's kind of confusing
It's not my mind I'm worried about.
Shall I send her in?
Yes, but wait a couple of minutes. I have to do something first. The unconscious is nothing more than a product of my brain and central nervous system. I know I can conjure it if I put my will to it. Appear to me, you demon of the subconscious mind! Appear! I demand to be satisfied! I demand that you arrive forth and pay homage to your master and discoverer, Sigmund Freud! Damnation! How many months and no results?
Bonjour, Doctor. Pleasure to meet you at last.
But this is no spirit of the netherworld. The pleasure is mine.
What a perfectly remarkable setting to strip me of my conscious inhibitions and expose my mind and all its intricate little inner workings. Could you really do this, Doctor?
For a young lady, you seem to know quite a bit about the therapeutic technique.
I'm an absolute novice. I'm depending on you to lead me to a resolution of my problems.
Well, why don't we begin? You can take the couch if you like.
How's this? Or is this better? Or do you prefer?
Let's try to focus on your problems.
What do you think of my problems?
Why don't you tell me about them?
Well, can I be quite explicit?
Yes, of course. You can tell me anything.
Even something very intimate. Can't you guess what it is just from looking at me?
Well, analysis is not supposed to be a guessing game.
Oh, but I'm ashamed to admit it. Can't you guess just from looking at me?
No.
Well, come closer. Now do you see it?
No.
Get closer to me.
Ah! I think I know what it is. Yes, you have the fire.
What are you talking about?
Yes, we're consumed by this uncontrollable desire. It's an unbridled lust. It must be. It's nymphomania, isn't it?
Nymphomania.
Yes, nymphomania. See, you're young and attractive.
No,
You sleep indiscriminately with all sorts of men, and you would like to sleep with, perhaps, even your doctor.
Madness. You've got it all wrong. My problem isn't that I'm excitable, and well, in fact, it's just the opposite. I'm emotionless. I can't feel a thing for a man. I may look eager on the outside,
You have that right.
but I can't feel anything close to passion.
Yes.
What is this?
Yes.
You, young lady, I believe, have hysteria.
So now you know I came to you. Well, I've heard that you're good. Oh, that you're very good. And that you've helped people and all the doctor can help.
Well, I have had some professional success in the past, yes.
Well, I want you to restore the House of Bonaparte.
Restore the House of Bonaparte.
I want you to bring back my capacity to love, to make me feel passion when I'm with a man. I want you to act as my surrogate by teaching me step by step everything that a woman needs to know.
Well, we don't do that sort of thing here.
No, but you must, for the sake of France.
For the sake of France.
For the resources of the French treasury will be made available to you to promote the important work you're doing here and establish the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society as a worldwide institution.
You are a very intelligent, eloquent young woman.
That is my problem. It is all in the head and nothing in the body. I need you to bring me back to my senses, to wake me up, to make me feel passion right now, right here on this couch.
I don't think that would be ethical.
Oh, but I think it could be. I think it would be a good idea. Oh, I feel a nice chill on this sudden. This is.
Who are you?
Excuse me?
Who are you?
I'm your unconscious.
Excuse me.
You're the only one who can see me. Now, you startle her. If you talk to me, she'll think you're crazy.
Can it be? Can the spell have worked after all?
What spell?
I don't come when I'm summoned. I appear of my own volition.
Okay.
But
This is
I most
fine.
decidedly am what you refer to as your unconscious.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And yet the thing stands before me as if it were flesh and blood.
What are you saying? There is nobody there.
I've done it. I've done it at last. I've manifested you at last.
Nonsense. You manifested nothing. I told you.
I don't understand.
I'm here by choice.
This is very strange.
We'll see about that. I conjured you, and I can make you vanish all the same. Now get out!
You want me to go?
Oh, no, not you, Marie. Please, have a seat. Have a seat.
See? You already upset her. I told you to ignore
so
me.
manic.
She can't see me. I'm a part of you, Dr. Freud.
This is...
I'm your unconscious mind. And only you can see or hear me.
I'm so sorry, Marie. I just got a little distracted. Why don't you continue telling me what it is you were telling me before?
Alright. As I was saying, I have complete inability to feel anything when I'm with a man.
Get out of here!
Okay then.
No, you please sit down. You out!
You are completely insane. You're completely crazy.
No, I'm so Marie. I do apologize. Please sit down. It's just that I seem to be interacting with a force of nature, a dark force, a force I call the unconscious.
Well, I feel the force of your unconscious. I don't think I like this very much.
Get your hands off of her! Get your hands
About you.
What are you doing?
I want you so bad.
Get your hands off of her! Get your grabby little pants off of her!
I'm just doing what you want to do.
I don't want to. For Christ's sake!
How little you know yourself, Dr. Freud. You've been lusting after Marie ever since you set eyes on her.
Will you to finish? I will destroy you!
This is not... Oh, you can break the couch. What are you doing?
Permit me to quote Nietzsche. If you try to destroy me, be careful that you don't in the process destroy what's best in yourself.
That makes me to quote myself then. The mind is a cesspool from which we emerge as civilized men only after a titanic struggle for self-control!
If you resist me, you will always lose.
Why do you persist in hounding me? Why can't you just help me instead?
I don't have time to help you. I've got problems of my own.
You!
And it's not easy being your unconscious. Every time that woman comes by, I lose my concentration.
With every fiber of my being, I am willing you to be gone! Be gone! Be gone! Be gone!
Doctor, I'm on the verge of a nervous breakdown. It seems you are too. What in God's name has been going on here?
I believe I just had an interaction with the force of evil, the dark one, the force of the unconscious.
Oh, I've been to hell. I'm exhausted. This is not been productive.
No, Marie, please. Have a seat. Take some deep breaths. I think the fact that it appeared to me is proof of my theories. Proof at last. I can finally write a book about this.
Well, I feel like I must confess something to you, and perhaps the reason I feel so sick is because of this. I want to become a therapist too. Do you think I have it in me?
Let's talk about it at your next session. I think you've had quite enough for today.
Oh, is this him? Is this it?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were the patient.
No, Wilhelm, actually. Wilhelm, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This is Princess Marie Bonaparte. Marie, this is Dr. Wilhelm Fliess.
Oh, I've heard so many good things about you.
Marie just had her first session. I can tell you all about it in a moment.
Okay. Well, I see you at the meeting tonight.
Yes, of course, my dear.
Oh, good night, Doctor. Well, it was a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure was all mine, my dear. She is a beautiful girl.
Something disturbing happened to me tonight. During this session, a figure appeared to me, but the girl couldn't see or hear it.
A figure?
Yes, this figure, this thing, whatever it was, claimed to be my unconscious, but it was as perceptible to me as you are now. It was flesh and blood. It was alive.
And the girl saw nothing.
Yes, and not only that, I think it tried to molest her.
To molest her?
Yes, I wrestled with it. I tossed it around. Eventually, it vanished. But what disturbs me the most is I truly believe that I have tapped into something primal, something deep within my life, something deep within my head. It's a force and a voice that lives inside of me, you see.
If I'm understanding you correctly, then this is a scientific breakthrough of the first magnitude. It's got to be written up, studied, discussed with the others, if you don't mind bringing it up to them, of course.
Yes, I believe you're right. This is vindication of my theory of the unconscious. This is proof at last. Proof at last.
I want to hear more about it.
Not right now. I have to go find Anna and tell her about this, but in the meantime, there's a fresh new copy of my Wolfman manuscript that you'll enjoy it. It's very,
Yes, good luck
very
finding
intellectual,
Anna,
very,
yes.
very interesting.
Are you sure we're going to be safe here?
What's the matter with you?
I have the hiccups. I always get them whenever I'm nervous. Are you sure we're going to be safe here?
I don't know. This is one of my father's favorite restaurants.
One of his favorite restaurants.
Uh,
Why didn't you tell me?
Well, he usually has patients around this time.
The
So
furniture
we
also.
shouldn't-
I've got a few notes to the staff. Still don't feel much safer, though. Why didn't you tell me it was one of his favorite restaurants?
He usually has patients around this time, so we should be okay.
Anna, I love you so much.
I know how you feel, but if my father finds me with you, I'll be in big trouble.
You'll be in trouble. What about me?
Well, if he finds you here with me, he'll probably kill you.
I hope he doesn't find us then.
One time he found my sister Mary with a man he didn't approve of, and he attacked her with a machete.
The great Dr. Freud, I know, it was lots of notes. The great Dr. Freud went after a man with a machete.
Yes, and he almost killed him.
That's funny. Wait, what am I laughing about? That could be me.
Well, why did you insist on meeting here? It's gross.
Because I can't just date you like a normal person. None of the therapists up permitted to go out with you, and I can't sneak into the house anymore either. Your father has taken to inspecting all of the maids by having them strip search before they're hired. This is the only way that I could get to see you. And I love seeing you.
That's sweet, but my father finds you here with me. He'll kill you.
What am I going to do? I am pining away for you. I love your hair. I love your eyes. I love your sweet little voice. You're so nice. I just want to cuddle with you and love you like a little pet.
No one's ever said things like that to me before.
Kiss me, Anna.
Oh, right here in public like this?
Yes.
Well, I don't think we should. What if my father walked by?
Oh, I am so crazy about you. I love your perfume.
My father calls it cheap tea perfume, and he says I use it to attract boys and degenerates.
He's got a lovely way of expressing himself.
Maybe I can get his permission for us to go out together.
Are you kidding? That's a lost cause. Don't you know how he starts the meetings before you arrive?
Oh, no, how?
Your father gets up there every Wednesday night and starts the meetings like this. Now, I don't want anyone to even think about dating my daughter, and that includes you, Rank, and Rank says, well, I'm a married man. Your father says, I hasn't stopped you before. I don't want anyone to even think about dating Anna. First of all, she's too young. Secondly, I know she's not ready for a romantic relationship. She's too immature. Her ego is too fragile.
He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's the worst father in the world. He's ruining all my chances for meeting a nice boy. How can he say things like that?
It breaks my heart to hear him talk about you like that because I love you so much. But that's just what he says. He says, if I catch anyone even talking to my daughter, I will personally see to it that your careers are ruined. I will kill you with my own two hands. I have a machete in the house and I'm not afraid to use it.
It's horrible.
Yes. Now do you see why it's so hard for me to even imagine myself going out with you? I have been racking my brain trying to figure out a way to get close and tell you that you are the sweetest, most innocent girl I've ever met. And I love you, Anna. I'm so glad we're in a secluded part of the restaurant where there are no other people around.
My father says if he finds me with you again, he'll disown me.
I can't believe your father would do something as drastic as all that. Your father loves you. He just doesn't understand how good we are together.
I wish he liked you more.
He might like me if I were a more successful therapist.
Oh, it'd be great if you were. Then he might respect you.
Let me try my new therapy with you.
Okay, Emma told me how much fun therapy could be.
I'm so absolutely infatuated with you, I cannot begin to tell you how I feel.
I like it when you tell me.
The most important thing in life is our relationship.
Are you nervous?
Yes, whenever I see you, I get pins and needles through my nerves. Your hair is intoxicating. Your eyes are like magnets. I am so attracted to you, I feel like I'm going to die.
Oh my gosh, Emma was right. Therapy is fun.
Oh, Anna, your father isn't against us. It's his unconscious that's our enemy. If only there was some way to neutralize his unconscious.
What are you talking about?
Just an idea I've been having recently. Then we might get to see each other more often.
Oh, I'd like that. I'd like to get as much therapy with you as possible.
I'm burning up for you. Honey, did you hear about my new therapeutic technique? Nobody knows about it yet.
No, how does it work?
We can be very careful now.
Yes, certainly.
Oh my god.
Like this.
Like this?
Yes. Like this.
This is therapy?
Yes. Do you like it?
Are you serious?
Yes, it's my new therapeutic technique. How do you like it?
I love it.
Oh, there's more to the technique.
There is?
Yes, are you ready for the next therapeutic level?
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I think you're ready for it.
Okay, what do I have to do?
Close your eyes.
Oh my gosh, my heart is racing.
Yeah, that's a natural reaction.
Okay, now what do I do?
Pucker up, as if you were going to be kissed.
I feel like I can hardly breathe.
Hold it, just like that. Yes, it's my new therapeutic technique.
Oh, I can tell, so I thought you were doing this on any other girl.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's an exclusive.
Oh, I need more therapy.
Here it is.
Look at that. Good God, you can't let that continue.
I certainly cannot.
Oh my gosh, my father.
Kill him.
Yes.
Kill him
Yes,
now.
I will kill him.
No, sir, you don't really want to kill me. That's your unconscious
Yes,
speaking.
you do.
Yes, I do. No, I wasn't doing anything wrong.
He deserves to die for this.
Saw you kissing Anna. You deserve to die.
No, that was a therapeutic technique I was working on. That was psychology at work.
I will show you psychology at work.
Kill him.
Yes, I will. Why not?
Don't choke him.
I told you never to associate with this man, didn't I?
Why?
Well, just look at him. He's a neurotic. He's a pervert. He's a nymphomaniac. He's a psychopath. He needs to be institutionalized. He needs therapy.
No, he doesn't. He loves me.
If I ever catch you with this man, I will slay him on the spot.
Kill him now.
Get back here, you rascal!
Who are you? Like, why don't you just leave us alone? Don't you know what you're doing is wrong?
You can't reason with me.
Who are you? Why are you so determined to ruin my life?
I'm your father's unconscious. And someday, I'll be yours.
God, save me.
We'll see a quick intermission, everyone. Thank you for your attention.
My plan is working to perfection now, and I'm becoming stronger every day. I have control over the mind of Freud, and I have made him abandon reason. Sandor has also clearly lost his mind. He is consumed with infatuation, and they've managed to destroy half the furniture in this office. The only problem is that sometimes other people have been able to see me. If I can keep up my artful designs and work behind the scenes undiscovered just a little longer, I'm sure I can destroy the man who wants to expose me to the world with his books and lectures. And when he's gone, I shall remain supreme over the spawn of man and all its ilk. I will turn my attention now to ruining psychoanalysis for good by making Emma, that poor, innocent girl, agree to have that operation, which will, by virtue of its complete uselessness, prove to be the undoing of Dr. Freud's wretched psychoanalysis.
How do you do?
Good evening. Pardon me, but you look familiar. Have we met before?
No, I'm sure you're mistaken. I am Dr. Watcher, and I'm hoping you become a new member of the society.
Well, pleased to meet you. I'm Wilhelm Fleece. But I can almost swear that I've seen you somewhere.
No, can't be possible. I just got into town.
Well, what's your specialty, if you don't mind my asking?
My specialty? You know, the usual.
General psychoanalysis and the treatment of the hysteric?
Yes, that's it. You've named it.
Well, maybe you've heard something about my new surgical approach to hysteria.
I certainly am a big fan of your work.
Thank you.
And of Dr. Freud as well.
Well, the great man has just made another breakthrough discovery in his analysis of the unconscious, but so far his discovery is a big secret.
Well, speaking of secrets, I'm actually working on a new book about secrets. It's about secret romances.
Well, I'm sure there's a lot of that going around.
Would you mind if I interviewed you for the book?
I'd be delighted to help. Ask me anything you like.
Married, are you?
Me? No. No. No, I'm a bachelor.
Have you by any chance met any interesting young women recently?
Let me see. No, I haven't.
But I heard that a young woman named Emma Eckstein was to be your patient.
But you're right about that. I did meet Emma yesterday, actually. So.
But she made such little impression on you that you've forgotten all about her.
Well, confound you. No, just the opposite. In fact, look, this is embarrassing, but I didn't want to mention Emma because I was afraid that I might bring up that I've fallen in love with her. Yes, but we're not supposed to have relationships with the young people that we're treating, but I'm sure that you'll find out before long that many of the members inside Freud's inner circle are having affairs with the young women that they're treating.
This is precisely what my book is about, so you're talking to the right man.
Then let me tell you that Emma is the most beautiful girl that I've ever met. I can't get her out of my mind. I couldn't sleep last night, just tossing and turning in my bed, just thinking about her. Oh, gosh, you don't know how a girl like that makes me feel. I was standing just this close to her, too. I could smell her perfume. I looked into her eyes, and I thought that I was going to faint from just the pure pleasure of being in her presence. I was tripping over myself just trying to have a coherent conversation with the girl, though. Oh God, I must have made an utter fool of myself in her eyes.
No, I'm sure she didn't think anything negative about you. You know, if you really like her, why don't you tell her how you feel?
Well, the problem is I've focused my whole life on science, and I have no skill in conversation.
You're doing a pretty good job talking with me.
Well, that's because you're a man. No, but with women, I'm at a total loss. I just don't know how to talk with this girl and tell her how I feel.
Why don't I help you with that? Why don't I pretend to be Emma? And you could practice speaking with her by talking with me.
Well, I suppose we could give it a try, but I can't imagine that you'll be able to convince me that you're her.
Just a moment, please. Grab a book. Make yourself at home.
Hello, Dr. Fleece. It's me, Emma Eckstein.
Good heavens. No, you're not convincing me that you're her. You don't have the right look.
Come on, use your imagination. What would you say to her if you knew she returned your feelings?
I guess that I would say that I'm crazy about you.
Don't be a numbskull. Emma can never fall for you. She's a sensitive young girl, and people like that get frightened when you talk about operating on their nose. I mean, don't you realize the prospect of having to undergo general anesthesia and having a surgeon sawing away her nose is enough to turn her off from even the most romantic meal in the world? It's just, you can't even comprehend.
Oh, hello, Emma.
No, this isn't Emma. This is Dr. Watcher.
What are you talking about?
Excuse me, I have to be going.
So, has Emma agreed to the procedure?
No, I haven't had a chance to talk with her yet.
What are you waiting for? You know how important this is for psychoanalysis. Dr. Reich! I need you to help me with the apparatus for the meeting.
What is it?
It's the product of a breakthrough discovery. A product of a lifetime of work.
Are we making a dress? It is not good fabric, It's very see-through. I don't think it will fit. I mean, it will look good. It's not a good color.
Welcome,
We should
Marie.
dye this, no?
Now that I have discovered the unconscious and I know it exists, I have invented an apparatus that will actually allow us to see into the mind of a patient.
But this is not possible. And well, if anyone could see into my mind, I'd be scandalized.
As a new therapist in training, my dear, you're going to learn quite a bit about the therapeutic technique by assisting me with this experiment.
Okay.
What's going to happen is the patient is going to sit in this chair, and they're going to tell me exactly what's going on in their unconscious mind, and you are going to act it out behind the screen. My first patient will be my daughter, Anna. She keeps getting entangled with members of the society.
Well, I mean no disrespect, Doctor, but isn't a girl's attraction to an older man simply part of the normal transference?
My dear, what do you know about transference?
Well, I know that a girl can transfer her love from her father into another man.
Yes, my dear, but my work doesn't apply to my own family, least of all my daughter. She's not allowed to have any transference or any feelings for any men for that matter.
But what if her unconscious thoughts involve a man? What will you do? There's no man here.
It would be ideal to have a man here so I can imagine and see exactly what she's thinking when she's conjuring up thoughts of these sociopaths.
What about Sandor Forenzi? He's expected any minute for the meeting.
No. Anyone but him. He's not allowed to associate with her whatsoever.
Well, I know you think he's unfit for her.
Well, of course he's unfit for her. He's a certified sociopath.
But if we use him in the test, maybe the girl will see him for what he really is. This is a perfect opportunity for you to teach her a lesson. I can work with Dr. Forenzi behind the screen. And meanwhile, you can point out all his faults to your daughter. What better way to actually instruct her on how to be sensible about men?
By God, I would do anything to teach her a lesson like that.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, Dr. Forenzi. I can feel my blood pressure spiking just by being in the same room as you, sir.
Well, calm yourself.
Take him behind the screen and introduce him to the instructions. I'll get Anna in here. Anna!
Sandor Forenzi, would you mind? But before we get started, I've heard you have this new therapy. I would like to know more about this kissing and this cuddling therapy.
Yes, Your Majesty. How remarkable that you've heard about my new therapeutic technique.
Well, I make sure to keep abreast of all the latest developments.
Anna, where are you?
You can take me on as a patient. I can try this kissing and cuddling.
Maybe after the meeting, my dear. Meet me outside after, and I'll tell you more about it later.
Anna!
Oh, hi, Sandy.
You're not to talk to this man. He's here to help with the experiment. Now please sit down. So, my dear, I've developed a brand new experiment, a brand new form of therapy, and I want you to participate, okay?
I don't want it. I don't need it.
Of course you do, and as your father, I insist you submit to it. Now, my dear, trust me. This new experiment is something I like to call projection. You are going to tell me exactly what's going on in your unconscious mind, and Marie and this absolute pervert are going to act it out behind the screen.
I don't want to do it.
What are you guys doing?
I'm getting in another form of therapy.
Now, my dear, you can be honest, you can speak for yourself, you can speak freely, even if it involves repressed thoughts, all right? Let's begin. What are you thinking about now, Anna?
Nothing.
Oh, nothing? You can try a little bit harder than that.
All I see is myself.
Okay, you see yourself, that's a start.
And so I'm bending down, and someone is behind me. A man.
A man.
Yes, he's behind me. And one hand is raised, and he's spanking me.
He's what?
He's spanking me, and I'm saying things to him. I'm saying, I'm not a bad girl.
I'm not a bad girl.
Oh, really, I'm not. And I like it. I like being spanked.
Okay, all right, stop this right now. Stop this. This experiment was not a disaster. It would sound so fast.
You asked for it.
All this proves is that he is a sadist and she's a masochist. That is a bad combination. Two neuroses spinning together in ever neurotic concentration. I forbid you to ever see him again.
I don't know if you noticed, but you dropped something.
I like you.
You will not see this man ever again. Do you understand me?
Well, I decided to go ahead with the surgery.
What made you change your mind?
I found out what he really thinks, and he loves me.
You know that for a fact?
Well, he didn't know he was talking with me. He thought I was Dr. Watcher, so he must have been telling the truth.
Well, listen, Emma, I have something to tell you. Sammy's going to be assisting with the surgery. It's true that he's a doctor, but he's an army doctor. He doesn't know the first thing about operating on someone.
You don't think I'm risking my life, do you? I mean, do people die from these operations?
Well, I don't think my father will let you get a surgery that was life-threatening, but if you change your mind, let me know and I'll get you out of it.
Thanks, Anna. I hope I'm making the right decision.
Look, Wilhelm, I heard that the Nazis burned your latest monograph on the mass psychology of fascism in that series of book burnings outside the University of Berlin last night.
Oh, well, yes, they did burn my books. And that's why I'll be moving to America later this year, where they don't do that sort of thing.
Well, look, you might want to try to tone down your approach, though. Even Freud is getting criticized for his focus on sex, but your latest book is even more extreme than his.
I'm not toning down anything. I have recently discovered the origin of life. Look! Look! You can look through the microscope and you can see the microscopic building blocks of all living matter, which I call bions.
Haven't you heard of Brownian motion?
It's not Brownian motion. It's living matter. And the same sexual forces are at work in the heavens. My book on cosmic superimposition explains observations that have baffled astronomers for ages. The spiral galaxies are engaged in the same kind of behavior that we find in sexual intercourse.
Wow. You better not let Dr. Freud hear you talking like that.
I don't care what he hears. In fact, I'll be talking about some of my latest discoveries at the meeting.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, where's my father?
He's turning on the laundry lights.
Will you sign this for me?
Oh, you got a copy of my new book.
The function of the orgasm. Your father's gonna kill you.
That's the only reason why I read it.
Looks like we're early for the meeting.
Yes, this should be an interesting one, but look, you better not let Dr. Freud see you flirting with his daughter.
Your father looks upset.
He's always upset about something.
I call this meeting to order. Now, first topic of discussion, after, of course, I have a lecture of the unconscious, we're going to propose topics of discussion. Now, after this surgery that Emma is going to undergo, she will become a full-fledged member of the Vienna Psychoanalytic Society.
I'm so glad you decided to go ahead with the operation.
I hope I'm not making a mistake.
I'll be there to help. I'm getting my start in the field of surgery.
Yes, but don't let that concern you. I'll be doing the operation and I'll make sure nothing goes wrong.
So, we shall begin with topics of discussion. Who would like to go first?
Look at you. Oh, I love it. You look wonderful, my love. It's perfect if it's nice, no? You look good. I love it. Oh, hello. You. It's so dusty. Oh, my goodness.
It happens around here.
Welcome, Marie. We were just going to have topics of discussion. Would you like to go first?
Well, I can talk about this erotic frustration of the modern woman.
I bet you can.
Dr. Ferenczi.
Yes, I would be. Stop that. I would be interested in sharing the rationale and the therapeutic value of my new kissing and cuddling therapy.
I object.
It's valuable.
Dr. Fleece, perhaps you have something far more intellectual, something far more serious to discuss?
Yes, well, I can discuss our new groundbreaking surgical cure for hysteria.
Yes, a revolutionary new technique that is going to rid the world of hysteria once and for all.
I sure hope so.
Dr. Reich?
I can tell when a girl is sexually active by the way she walks.
God, that's preposterous. With all due respect, Dr. Reich, that kind of demonstration would make a mockery of this society.
But maybe he can tell about me. No?
Oh.
Maybe like this. Maybe like this. Dr. Ford, what do you think? This is good. Do you like it? Do you like it? What do you think? Do you like it?
Whatever you want, yes.
What about some music? I think we need some music.
Yes.
Oh, this is perfect. Move the table. I think. Move the table.
Whatever you say.
Majesty,
yes.
I want to cute stuff like that. I didn't think we were actually doing it. Are you ready?
I already do.
I suppose we can allow it for this one.
It's still
Oh, don't be so.
We did both. We tried both at the same time.
Oh dear.
Sound like you to help.
Oh,
The cure is more than
Oh, that's really it. Oh my God.
with you.
Oh, it was so smooth.
Well,
I feel so happy.
I thought we could have an intellectual discussion, but instead these shenanigans continue. The meeting is over.
Yes, it's always one insane thing after the next, isn't it?
It's a disgrace the way he objects to our fun. You know, people aren't so thin-skinned and false.
You're very cute together. I like it.
Well, right this way, my dear. It's time to prepare for your operation.
All right. Well, it's time to do it.
It's really time to go, isn't it?
Professional.
Now, when she gets back, we'll lay her on the table.
Yes.
You and
Yes.
you'll give her the anesthetic.
Sure.
Tell me when she's ready.
Absolutely.
I'll be monitoring the room, of course, making sure that everything is going correctly,
Trust you.
as it were.
Make sure you do it right.
Of course, and then we do a 2-centimeter incision in the nose.
How do you know it's 2 centimeters?
We kind of guesstimate, but it's a good distance.
Yes.
Of course. Ah, hello, my dear. Please, if you will, lie down.
Oh. Okay.
Anna, what are you doing in here? This is supposed to be a sterile
I
environment.
came to see Emma.
No, this is an operating room. We must go.
Right.
Why is she on the table?
How long does it
Well, she-
take to...
Oh, yes, the anesthetic, of course. Tell me when she's ready.
She's ready.
Wonderful. All right. The first tool, if you will, Sandor.
Yes. All right.
Next tool, please.
Which one?
Quickly.
Yeah, we'll go with this one.
And finally, the scalpel, please, Sandor. Quickly, Sandor.
Yes. It's very professional. Don't worry.
She's on the table.
There we are. All done.
That easy, is it?
Piece of cake.
I can get the hang of this in no time.
Do you want to close her up?
Sure, I did that in the army.
Wonderful. I'll be back in an hour to check up on her.
All right.
Give me the cue cards. Fix it so she can't see me.
Wake up, my dear.
Who is it?
It's me, Wilhelm. How are you?
I'm terrible. My nose hurts. Oh, something must have gone wrong with the operation.
Oh, no, nothing went wrong with the operation, but I'll get you some morphine.
That's not gonna help.
I have something to tell you.
I'm in no mood for conversation.
I'm completely love-struck when I see you.
You have a strange, intoxicating effect on me.
You have a strange and intoxicating effect on me.
Where's that echo coming from?
I don't hear an echo. Give her the flower.
What?
Oh, just one moment. I brought you a rose.
I don't want a rose. I'm sick. Don't you understand? You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me.
I'm hanging on your every word.
I'm hanging on your every word.
Where's that echo?
There's no echo.
Is there someone back there?
Back where? Where would anybody be? Oh no, there's nobody back there.
Dr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
You better confess. Tell her the truth.
Look, I can explain everything, my dear.
Explain anything. I can see it plain as day.
Oh, Dr. Reich was just prompting me in case I forgot anything.
I hate you.
No, you're just delirious,
No,
that's
I'm
all.
not. I'm in pain. That's what the problem is. This charade is not making things any better.
I'll be back in a half hour to check up on you.
I don't want you to check up on me. I want to die.
Oh, gosh. Well, hang in there, my dear. You'll feel better in the morning.
Go away, please.
Emma, we came to see how you are.
Not doing well. Dr. Flea stood there and read me a note.
A note?
A love note.
How romantic. Men always sending me love notes too. I seem to cast a spell over them that I cannot resist.
Well, I didn't think it was romantic. Especially because Dr. Reich was behind the curtain prompting him. I mean, he can't even speak to me from the heart. And I feel like I'm gonna die or something. I'm freaking out.
It's a dangerous for medical concerns.
No, he's trying to give me a rose, but I know something went wrong. I should not be.
You shouldn't stand
not
up.
be feeling the way. Oh God!
Get my dad. Daddy, Emma's hemorrhaging.
What's going on here?
Emma's hemorrhaging.
Stand aside, stand aside.
What's going on?
She's hemorrhaging.
Oh my.
Please, the there's a dog in your nose.
I can't
What's going on?
Please get her out. Get her out.
Get her out.
To a different
Get her
room,
out.
please. Call.
Get her out of here. Get her fresh bandages. We need to stop the
Please, to
bleeding
a
now.
different room. Anywhere, please. I just can't. We can't. Not in this.
You're in the society. This is gross.
I can't understand. I told Sandor to close her up, so this is his mistake.
Yes. But, as the chief surgeon of the procedure, it was your responsibility to make sure he did it right. Didn't you check up on him?
No, I didn't have a chance to.
This is an utter disaster. This is an utter disaster. If word gets out about this, it's going to ruin psychoanalysis. What are we to do?
Oh God, I don't know. This is very bad, isn't it? What do we do?
You're going to have to do something revolutionary. Something no man has ever succeeded in doing.
What?
You're going to have to apologize.
Oh God.
To a woman.
Oh God, no, I can't do that.
This is the only way.
I cannot apologize to a woman that I've almost killed. I wouldn't know what to say.
Yes, but don't you understand? This is the only way that psychoanalysis will be saved. If word gets out about this, we're ruined.
I can't do it.
You must.
No, I can't. I can't talk to girls.
Stage fright, is it? Fine. How about this? Perhaps we can bring someone here to rehearse this apology. So that way, by the time you get around to Emma, it's earnest, honest, truthful, and most of all, rehearsed.
But I'm not good at memorizing things either.
You won't need to memorize anything. You just have to be earnest and sincere. But the question is, who we use? Sandor!
Oh God, no, not him again. He ruined everything with the surgery.
He's the only one that can help us. Hello, Sandor. As much as I despise you, I know you are quite adept at portraying a woman. So, I want you to impersonate Emma Eckstein so that Dr. Fleece can make his apology for you and him nearly
I get
killing
the
you.
picture. I'll be back in a minute.
Thank you.
No. What?
Yes, this is the only way.
No, I can't do that.
Yes, you must.
I can't. Sandor impersonating Emma? Are you? Oh God.
You have to. This is the only way. We must do what's necessary.
Well, what am I supposed to say,
Are
then?
you so incapable of figuring that out?
She's very angry
Yes,
at me.
of course she's angry at you. Look at all the blood. You nearly killed her.
Oh, God. Oh. Look, maybe you could just come with me when I apologize, and you can coach me in case I forget anything important.
What? Coaching? No, I'm not gonna be your...
You could write down the important points on a piece of paper. It's worked before. I can recite them and everything, and it'll be wonderful.
Absolutely not. We're not going to be using cue cards when you're apologizing to a woman.
Then what am I supposed to say?
Anything at all. Just be earnest, honest, and sincere. How about this? Start like this. I'm sorry. I almost killed you during the surgery. Try it.
I'm sorry that it was a mistake to do the surgery.
No. I'm sorry. I almost killed you during the surgery, and we will never do it
I'm
again.
sorry that I almost killed you during the surgery, and now we can do it again.
No, we're not going to do it. Finally, thank you. Dr. Leaf?
No!
Emma Eckstein.
No!
I'll be over here for psychological support.
I can't do this! No, I can't do this!
Is there something you'd like to say to me? Yeah. Go ahead, dear. You can tell me anything you want.
I wanted to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're sorry?
Yes.
You didn't mean to do it?
No.
You were trying to teach me a lesson?
No, gosh no.
You made an honest mistake?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you wanted to me from your hemorrhage to death.
No, of course
You
not.
were trying to kill me?
No.
A poor innocent girl like me?
No, of course not.
I understand.
You do.
Yes, of course I understand.
well, thank you.
I understand perfectly.
Oh gosh, thank you.
I understand your...
God, no!
How you ever got a license to practice medicine in the first place is beyond me, you moron! You
All right. Thank you very much, Sandal. That was quite helpful.
Sorry, sir. I was just trying to talk the way that women speak with me. They're always bossing me around, and some of them have taken to beating me.
Yes, somehow none of that surprises me.
You don't think that Emma's going to beat me with a cane, do you?
Emma?
No, of course not. She's nothing like that.
Are you ready?
Yes, I suppose so, but...
Do not botch this like you botched the nose operation. You
Oh,
understand?
no, of course. Ooh, but first I think I need to go get a manicure.
Manicure? What are you talking about?
Well, I want to look my best when I talk to her.
You don't need to look your best. You just need to be your best and practice what we rehearsed.
Does it have to be here?
Yes.
In the salon?
This is the only place.
Everybody keeps beating me in the salon.
Of course everyone keeps beating you because you keep doing surgeries that are disastrous like this. That won't happen again. You just need to do this, all right?
And do it now.
Yes, do it right now.
Very well, then. I'll do it.
I'm at my wit's end. Your father has accused me of trying to kill your friend, Emma Eckstein.
I heard about that, but you did make a huge mistake by leaving all that gauze inside her nose.
Well, that's just it. I made a mistake, an honest mistake. I wasn't intending to hurt her.
Well, maybe you should stick to surgery. I mean, don't stick to surgery. Stick to
No, don't stick to
psychoanalysis.
surgery, yeah.
And leave surgery to straight surgeons. Keep away from surgery.
Yes, I think you have something with that.
You know, my father's coming back any minute. If he finds you in here with me, he'll kill you.
Then I'll make this fast. Something I have to tell you. It's about us.
Oh, okay. Before you start on about that, there's something I have to tell you. It's really important. and I
What
don't-
is it?
I can't say it. I can't.
Okay, let me tell you what I came here to tell you then. Darn it, how am I going to put this?
Okay, Sadie, I can't.
No, listen, let me just, I have to get something off of my chest for a moment. There's this girl that I'm love.
I know how you love me, but that's why I have to tell you.
I'm making a mess of things. I don't know how you're going to react to this. It's about my getting married.
Sandy, you already told me how many times you want to marry me, and that's why I have to tell you this. I'm sorry, Sandy, I can't marry you. My father's going to move us to London. You and I are just going to have to deal with that separation. There's nothing I can do about it.
You're really leaving? Oh, it's going to be like a knife in my heart. It's going to kill me.
Don't be so dramatic. You'll find someone else.
I have a confession to make. I met someone, and with you leaving, I suppose that she'll have to be a sort of replacement. But I want you to know that she will never fill your shoes. I'm sorry I even met her.
Don't apologize for meeting someone. Who is it?
That French girl.
Marie Bonaparte?
Yes, I don't really like her. But I'm going to make myself go out with her.
It's okay if you like her. The truth is, I'm happy for you. She's beautiful, and she'll be great for you.
You're amazing.
My father will be happy to know that you're not chasing after me after all. But when he finds you in here with me, he won't believe you've come to your senses, and he'll try to kill you.
I'm not afraid of him anymore.
Well, that's what you always say, but whenever he comes in the room, you run away.
Yeah, well, my running days are over. I'm going to tell him what I think. I'm going to stand up to him for once.
Well, now you're talking.
Yes. I've had enough of his bullying.
You're becoming a man at last. I knew you had it in you.
Let him try and stand in my way. I'll show him.
Did I mention he has a gun?
A gun.
And he says if he finds you in the house with me or sees you at all with me, he'll blow you to Kingdom Come.
Why didn't you tell me? Are you trying to get me killed?
Well, no, it just slipped my mind.
We're talking about my life here. Don't let facts like that slip your mind again. If your father were to come in here with a gun, what would I do? Where would I hide? With his unconscious egging him on, there's no telling what he might do.
We should be okay. I told him I was with a new patient. It's part of my training to become a therapist.
Anna!
That's him.
Oh my
Anna!
God.
You better get
I'd
out
like
of
to
here.
be your new patient. May I come in?
Oh, no, not right now, please.
Why not?
He's suffering from social phobia. He can't see anyone right now.
Social phobia? That sounds very intriguing. Perhaps I could write a monograph about it.
No.
You know what? I think I'm coming
He'll
in.
find you and shoot you for sure.
He doesn't look down. Go in there.
Where is he? I'd love to meet him.
When he heard you were coming, he went and hid in the bathroom.
Oh, splendid. I'll go introduce myself.
You better get out of here before he finds you again.
Yes. Okay.
Let me in here.
Oh, get back under the
Damn it.
time. And don't make any sudden movements. It startles him.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
No one.
Yeah, no.
I could have sworn I heard something.
I didn't.
You know, these psychopaths are very ingenious. Perhaps they're hiding somewhere. I would love to do a monograph about this man. It would do some wonders for my research. And in fact, I could even show my new pistol. Walther, 9mm, Parabellum.
Oh, I'm afraid of guns.
Anna, there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just a gun. I would never use it in the house. Unless, of course, I found Sandor Ferenczi in here. Oh, if I found Sandor Ferenczi in here, oh, how I would relish blowing his brains out all over the salon.
Well, you won't find him here, so put that gun away. You're not a murderer.
Anna, see, deep inside, we're all capable of murder. Do you understand? You seem to be underestimating the ingenuity of sociopaths. You see, Sandor Ferenczi is a classic sociopath. He's absolutely obsessed with you. In fact, he would do anything to get near you. Why, at this very moment, I bet he's prowling around his house somewhere. Prowling around like a vermin going after cheese. And if I found him in here, I would surely blow his brains out.
Please, God, don't let him find me.
Oh my God, shh.
What was that?
Nothing. What was what? I was just coughing.
Sounded like something fell under the desk.
Oh, no, nothing fell under there.
Really?
Yeah, because I looked under the desk, and when I looked under there, I saw that there was nothing under there, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, I just told you I looked under there, and then I saw that there was nothing under there. Actually, the only thing that's under there is my lunch, which is a coconut. I bought
A coconut?
Yes, I bought a coconut for lunch. Here it is.
You know what that coconut reminds me of?
Oh, no, I couldn't imagine.
Sandor Ferenczi's head.
That's
And
funny.
oh, how I would relish in the moment of blowing his brains out all over my salon floor.
You've been talking about that a lot, Dad.
Yes, I have. He's been invading my thoughts. He's been very intrusive in my mind. In fact, he's probably out in the bathroom or in the backyard. Maybe I'll
Yes,
check out there.
yes, check the backyard for sure.
This
Get out of
is
here
a
quick.
nightmare. I thought he knew that I was engaged to Marie Bonaparte. Now he's threatening to shoot me. I have to make him come to his senses and see that I'm not chasing you anymore? Why is it so hard to get through to some people? When I talk, it's like he's got cotton in his ears. I have to make him listen.
There's no point in trying to reason with him right now. He's in the backyard looking for you, and when he finds you're not there, he's going to return with a vengeance and with a gun.
But he can't be serious.
Oh no, he is. There's only one way to escape certain death.
How? How?
Put this sack over your head. I'll tell him you're a totem pole.
Right through that disguise.
No, he won't. He loves totem poles. He'll be enthralled with it. Okay, trust me. Put it on. Okay, arms out straight, shoulders back. Remember, you're a totem pole. Don't nod. Just still. He walks loud.
Well, he's not our back, but what is this magnificent specimen?
Oh, it's an artifact that Otto Rank dropped off. He said it being something about totem poles from the Americas.
An artifact from the Americas. Oh, you know, I really should thank dear old Otto Rank. He's such a good friend to bring me such a unusual design. Where did he say he got it from? He said he got it from an antique shop somewhere?
Yes, he did get it from an antique shop. You're so smart, Daddy.
Really?
Did you know that? Yes.
Where was it? I would love to go back there.
Well, it's from the Americas, so it's an antique shop from the Americas.
An antique shop? From the Americas. Well, it can't be out here. We must take it out.
No, I think it looks great where it is.
No. It's far too ghastly. It would scare the bejesus out of my patients. We can't have it.
Heavy. I can move it by myself.
No, it's far too heavy, my dear. Here, let me help you.
Oh, no.
Oh! I knew it! It was you, Sandal, all along!
Oh, kill him, Daddy.
So that's what me to tell you. I'm engaged to Marie Bonaparte.
Yes.
You're not allowed to marry Anna. Do you understand me?
I'm not talking about your daughter. I'm talking about...
off limits to you!
I'm not talking about Anna. I'm talking about Marie.
He's engaged to Princess Marie. Put the gun down.
I'm in love with Marie Bonaparte, and we are officially engaged.
Nonsense. I don't believe you. You've been prowling after my daughter for the past 2 months. I've seen it with my own eyes.
Oh, that's over now. I've come to my senses.
So what do we have to do to convince you?
Oh, so do you.
Thank God.
Oh, don't you look handsome?
No, stop.
He looks insane.
He is insane.
Are you two really getting married?
Well, of course.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And something about being in Vienna made me realize I need a psychopath in my life.
Psychotherapist. My dear psychotherapist.
Oh, what did I say?
Never mind.
I can also leave my senses.
Emma, someone's here to see you.
Who is it?
Dr. Fleece.
Oh, I don't like him.
Who?
It's me, the man who almost killed you.
I'm gonna head out. You'll be okay.
I mean, I don't want
I don't
to
like you.
I don't like myself. But look, I came here to apologize to you. First off, I should never have let Sandor assist me with the operation. Evidently, he has no training as a surgeon. And second, I'm really sorry.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I made a horrible mistake. I almost killed you. Look, you know I wanted to do this operation by myself, but because I didn't trust anybody else to do it, but then at the last second I ruined everything by letting Sandor do the final stitches. I can't explain it. I made a horrible mistake, and the worst thing is that I did it to the girl that I love.
You don't love me.
Yes, I do.
If you loved me, you wouldn't flirt with Marie Bonaparte.
Marie Bonaparte?
Yes, I'm not blind.
It's not true.
I saw you talking with her.
Well, I may have been talking with her, but only about professional
You
matters.
were very close to her.
We were very close, yes, but only because she's a little hard of hearing in her left ear.
Your face was right up to hers. You were looking at her right in the eye.
Our faces were close, but only because she doesn't understand English very well, and I wanted to make sure she understood everything I was saying.
You weren't just talking with her. I saw you put your hands on her hips in a loving gesture.
My hands were on her hips, yes, but only to show her how to do a medical procedure.
You didn't act like a teacher. You pulled her close.
I only pulled her close to demonstrate how to do the maneuver, the one where you stop the person from choking.
But I saw you kissing her. Your lips were on hers.
My lips may have been on hers, yes, but only to show her how to do mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
I can't trust you.
Yes, you Ken, you're misinterpreting everything. Look, what about you and Sandor then?
What about us?
I saw you two last night. Before the operation, he was standing right next to you and he was talking to you.
He came close to say something.
But he wasn't just talking. He had his arms around your back.
Oh, he may have had his arms around my back, but that was to demonstrate his therapeutic procedure. You know I'm trained to be a psychotherapist, and I have to learn all the new techniques.
But he didn't just embrace you, he kissed you.
Yes, he kissed me, but that was just to demonstrate his kissing and cuddling therapy. There's no emotional connection between us.
No, but I heard you sighing and saying, oh, Sandy, Sandy.
I didn't say it like that. I simply said, oh, Sandy, is this the correct
No,
procedure?
I can't trust you.
It's you I can't trust.
I thought you loved me.
I thought you loved me.
I was just...
But I never really knew you.
You've been with another man behind my back.
You've been with another woman who you love.
I'm so fed up with this right now. I can't deal with you
Yeah, you
anymore.
hurt for the last time. I never want to see you again.
Fine, that's fine with me.
Good. Get out of my sight then. Go on. Leave me alone.
You want me to go? Now? You really want me to go?
Yes, I do.
Fine then. Then here I go.
Good. Sooner the better.
I'm leaving now.
Good riddance to you.
I'm almost at the door now.
It won't be soon enough.
I'm leaving now and you won't see me anymore.
Fine, it's perfect.
I'm in the hall now, and I'm going out the back door.
Good. Good.
I'm really gone now.
Good. If I never see you again, it'll be too soon. What? What did you say?
Did you say something?
No, I didn't say anything.
You didn't call me back.
I thought you said something to me.
The only thing that I've said is that my heart is broken.
It's me with a broken heart. Finding the man I love dishonest.
I was never dishonest.
I was the one who was never untrue.
Look, I never flirted with Marie Bonaparte. You can ask her yourself. She's right there.
It's true. I never had any feelings for Dr. Frenzy. I consider him a lunatic and on top of it, incompetent.
Emma, it was always you that I loved from the moment I saw you. Only I never knew how to talk with a girl before, so I didn't know how to tell you how I feel.
How do you feel?
Well, I feel terrible that I almost killed you.
You do?
Yes, of course I do. I'm not a heartless person. I actually care about you more as a human being than as a patient. Emma, I'm crazy about you.
I liked you before you almost killed me.
Yes, I was so nervous about the operation because of my feelings for you that, well, I wasn't thinking straight.
Do you really have feelings for me?
Yes, I really do.
Then why don't you tell me in your own words? Why do you rely on poems and cue cards?
I was afraid that I wouldn't find the right words.
If you can't find the words, then it's not for real.
Well, if I thought I had a chance with you, I would have found the words.
If you could speak from the heart, you might have a chance.
Could you ever forgive me for that mistake?
I don't know. I don't like to hold a grudge, and it was Sandor who made the mistake.
Then forgive me for that surgical blunder.
Alright. I forgive you.
Look, Emma, I know this may seem sudden, but I really think we would be good together.
What do you mean good together?
I mean that we could have a good life together.
What are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that I want you to marry me.
That's what I thought you were saying! You do it! Before you say it.
Will you?
I have to think about it.
Oh my goodness.
How long do you think you'll need to consider my proposal then?
This could take some time. I might need to think about it for 5 or 10
That's a long time.
minutes. No, I'm kidding. I'm really in love with with you?
Are you serious?
What a joke about something like this.
I'm in heaven. I can't believe it. From the depths of despair to the heights of happiness. Then we're officially engaged.
Just don't ever do an operation like that on me again.
No. I won't.
Good, then we'll be fine.
Well, look, now that we're reconciled, I think we should go tell Dr. Freud. He's been very concerned about you. We were all worried that you might badmouth psychoanalysis and ruin its chances of becoming that international movement.
I would never do that.
Let's go find him and tell him then.
Oh, here he comes now. Somewhere.
Dr.
Is he under
Freud?
the is he under the
Daddy!
Ah, there you are. Wonderful. I have something to tell you, and it is good news.
Good news. I could use some good news right now.
Emma and I are engaged to be married.
Oh, that's lovely. You're not going to tell the world, though, that we nearly killed you during a botched surgery?
No, not at all.
Well, then we're saved. Thank you, Emma. You're making a great sacrifice for all of us.
So I have been having flashbacks and nightmares about the procedure and terrible migraine headaches.
Oh, not to worry about that. Those are what we call psychosomatic symptoms. They should be cleared up within 5 or 6 years. 5 or 6 years of therapy, of course.
Oh, just a talking cure, right? No more operations.
Oh, yes, of course. Dr. Fleece, you will be assisting with her therapy for the next few years while I go to London?
Oh, yes, of course. And just the talking, my dear. And we can cure you right here in the salon where we almost killed you.
Oh, psychotherapy is truly a miracle.
We are truly saved. Emma, I'm so happy that you have found happiness at last. I only wish that my daughter Anna could be happy too. But it seems happy endings only happen in movies and plays. When we move to London, I'm sure the unconscious will follow us. And no doubt probably conjure another challenging nemesis like Sandor Ferenczi to prowl about the streets.
Was someone talking about me? I feel my ears.
No, hush, my buttercup. They're having a serious conversation.
But do you remember how the unconscious was always saying, I am you, Dr. Freud, I am you? Well, what if you became it? I mean, what if you became your own unconscious? Then you could tell Anna all the sensible things that you want her to do.
Well, that would be ridiculous. I could never become an immaterial psychological idea.
Of course you could. Because it's part of your mind, you can conjure it whenever you want. Provided that you walk and talk like it, of course.
Yes, but I wouldn't know how to talk like the blasted thing.
Of course you could talk like it. You've written more books and monographs about the unconscious than anyone.
No one knows more about that infernal monster than you do.
I suppose there's some truth to that.
Go fetch his coat, Your Majesty.
A coat?
Yes. Oh, you're already.
Yes, of course. I have ways of dealing with men. Even unconscious men. Here, put this on. There you go, that is on.
Look, you're changing before our very eyes. You'll be a natural at this.
Do you know how to use the pen?
Please teach me. Yes. He sure looks the part.
He'll sound the part, too.
I'll speak. Yeah, doctor, I'll speak.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for everything. And I believe this is the start of a wonderful new life for all of us.